It's another video here from Canadian Yorker, and I wanted to bring you guys a big, well, not so big announcement that happened in the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. Apparently, there's been some news that dropped over the past, let's say, couple of days or so regarding Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. There's been a lot of news coming out, and I have been trying to keep up with everything that's going on in regards to the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight that's scheduled to happen on June 15th. But here's something I wanted to give you guys. Apparently, Jake Paul's mother has found out, well, not say found out, but she has voiced some concerns with Jake Paul about Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. I don't know if she knows who Mike Tyson is. She probably knows who Mike Tyson is, but she doesn't know exactly who Mike Tyson is. I mean, there's a reason why they called Mike Tyson the baddest man on the planet, the Dynamite Kid Dynamite, the man who has an iron punch. They call him Iron Mike. There's a reason why they call him Iron Mike. And so Jake Paul's mother has expressed her concerns. And in this article written by the Sun.com and another article, I'm going to just review these two articles, and I'll be posting these in the comment section below. You guys can look it up and read up this information for yourself. Written from the Sun.com, taken just yesterday. Mum's the word. Jake Paul's admit his mom is terrified of Mike Tyson fight after watching clips of boxing legend in action. Jake Paul revealed his mother is terrified of his fight with Mike Tyson after scaring herself watching the feared fighter in action. The YouTuber turned boxer faces the boxing great on November 15th in Texas in a controversial class scrutinized for age difference. Remember, guys, that Mike Tyson is nearing 60 years old. He is 58 years old right now. And Jake Paul is 27 years old. So there is about a 30-year difference between the two of these men. Continuing, Tyson has been attempting to miraculously roll back the clock and has been showing glimpses of his prime in short training clips. The frightening footage of the 50-year-old icon on the pads has left Jake Paul's mother concerned, but she will be at the fight alongside Jake Paul's girlfriend, Jetta Leodam. Jake Paul said they are going to be there at the fight. Quote, and then quote continuing, but my mother is very scared actually. She just keeps asking me if I'm ready, asking my team if I'm ready, and she's not liking this one. Mike, she says, quote, Mike just looks very scary and big. His Instagram videos look crazy. So she's watching all of that and not just liking it. Mike Tyson was initially forced to pull out of the original July 20th date after suffering from a stomach ulcer. It only added more critics to the already contentious fight for the ages, but Paul came out swinging in defense of it. Paul says, quote, I don't get it at all, but I also don't understand people in general. Like people are dumber than a box of rocks. Okay, continuing, I don't expect them to understand fighting or gain experience or the honor to step in a ring with a legend. This is Jake Paul, and Jake Paul says again, quote, these people don't even know what honor or respect is, or passion, or doing legendary stuff. Continuing, and the fact that Netflix is involved, and the fact that Mike Tyson wants it to be a pro fight. If Uncle Mike is down, then so am I. This is what Jake Paul says. Close quote. Paul hosted the Professional Fighters League press conference ahead of Francis Ngannou's MMA return fight against Fernand Ferreira on October 19th. Interesting. Francis Ngannou is returning to MMA, so I'll probably do another video on that, covering that story. And Francis Ngannou, 37, who was coached by Mike Tyson in the past, backed his older mentor to beat the brakes off Paul, who is 3 decades his junior. But Paul himself admitted it, quote, I love it. It's not going to be an easy fight. I think the first 4 rounds are going to be very difficult. And if I can weather the storm of Mike Tyson, the baddest man, the hardest puncher on the planet, then I believe I can pull ahead in the later rounds and be able to stop him actually. But Francis is not wrong. I often get scared of that one punch, and I have to be alert the whole time. So, guys, this is what Jake Paul has said leading up to the fight on November 15th. I'm going to see between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Now, continuing this article, we're going to go to that second article here, where it says, from Dextero.com, Jake Paul admits family is concerned over scary fight. This article was written today, August 28th, 10:59 a.m. today. Okay? This is just today. Jake Paul revealed his mom is very scared of his fight with Mike Tyson, as she doesn't like the idea of them getting in the ring together, especially after seeing Mike Tyson's training clips. So now, Jake Paul's mother has gone from scared to the level of very scared now. She is seriously concerned now with Jake Paul taking on Mike Tyson. She is beyond scared. Jake Paul is signed up for something that he should never have done in the first place. Let's just continue the article. Back in March, when Jake Paul and Mike Tyson revealed that they would fight, the boxing world was split. Many critics and cynics, including some active and retired boxers, pointed to the massive big age gap between the two fighters. YouTuber turned boxer had to put the scheduled July cast on hold after Mike suffered and also Ferrer. We already been through that, and he's been back in training since. And that they are gearing up to their fight in November on November 15th. Those critics have continued to voice their concerns about the fight. Some former fighters have called it a scam. Other fighters have claimed that they will never meet in the ring. According to Jake Paul, his mother, Pam Sepenick, would prefer it if he didn't go to war with Iron Mike. The family is going to be there, just like we mentioned in the previous article. Jake Paul's mother will be there. Jake Paul's girlfriend will be there to see him fight Mike Tyson. The social media star told reporters at media scrum for PFL, the Professional Fighters League. Continuing, Jake Paul says, quote, "My mom is very scared, actually. She keeps asking me if I'm ready, asking my team if I'm ready, and she's not liking this one. Mike just looks very scary, and his Instagram videos look so crazy. So she's watching them, all of that, and she's not liking it." This is just repeating what the article yesterday said. Okay? Continuing. Despite his family being worried about his fight with Mike, Jake has been supremely confident in the build-up. He's repeatedly said he believes he'll win and do so in a fashion that will propel him onto other things. It has been suggested by the WBA, the World Boxing Association, that the 27-year-old could meet the former world champion Julio Cesar Chavez for a title in the near future. However, Jake still has commitment to the PFL that he hasn't fulfilled yet. Interesting. Very interesting. So after his fight that Jake Paul has with Mike Tyson, he could go on to fight Julio Cesar Chavez for a title shot, for the title, after he fulfills his commitments with the PFL. He could go on to actually go into actual professional boxing, into WBA, which is interesting. I guess I'll be covering that probably later on in another video. What do you guys think about this interesting turnout, this interesting story right here? Jake Paul's mother, just yesterday, Jake Paul mentioned that his mother was scared. Now, today, we learned the news that there's an adjective added in front of the word, and that is very. Now Jake Paul's mother is not scared. Now she is very scared about what's going to happen with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Because once that bell rings, Mike Tyson has been known to knock out. He wasn't called the knockout one-hit wonder for nothing. He can knock you out in under a minute. And that's probably what could happen still. That Jake Paul can be knocked out in less than a minute going into the rounds. So we don't know that. But Jake Paul probably has some sort of plan to help him get out of that, to weather the first 4 rounds and see what's going to happen. He just mentioned that. So we're going to have to see what's going to happen leading up to this fight and on November 15th. So tell me what you guys think. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good night.